Hello, I'm going to do the Gemini energy reading, and I'm going to use my Tarot Grand Luxe, and I am going to use my Gilded Tarot. If you are interested in any of the cards that I'm using, please feel free to check out the links down below. All right, Gemini, current situation. Let's see, did one flip over? Wasn't sure. I don't think one did. But I felt like one kind of popped out. Okay. Current situation, we have the Ace of Cups. All right. And what is that crossed by? What is the Ace of Cups crossed by for Gemini? I'm just going to take this one because that's the only one that I saw. We have the Five of Cups. Four of Cups. No, five. Yeah, five. Okay, so what do you need to focus on? What does Gemini need to focus on? Ace of Wands, what are you leaving behind? What is Gemini leaving behind? Okay. What is Gemini's strength? What is Gemini's strengths? Gemini's strengths, Gemini's strengths. What do we have? Okay, Emperor. Near future, we have the Moon. Advice for Gemini, what do we have? Advice for Death card. The Environment. Hopes and fears for Gemini. And potential outcome for Gemini. Anything else for Gemini for potential outcome? I don't feel like it. Okay. All right, so we have the current situation, which is the Ace of Cups, which can represent a relationship. It also could represent your cup overflowing with emotions and happiness and good things and positive things, but that is being crossed by this Five of Cups. It's something that you're holding on to that you need to let go of, right? Something you need to let go of, something that's bringing you down, but you also have two cups here. So I feel like it's focusing on what is in your plus column, not what is in your minus column. Okay, so let's see. What else do we have going on here with Gemini with this Ace of Cups? It's a relationship. It's a feeling of emptiness. So it could be a feeling of emptiness within yourself. It could also do with a relationship. It could do with a relationship with a Cancer sign. The Chariot could also mean that you're having trouble moving forward, right? That you're not able to move forward and move on with something. I feel like you're feeling held back. This Five of Cups is really affecting you. It's stopping your emotional fulfillment, and it's stopping you with relationships, meeting new relationships. It could be a relationship that maybe you had a breakup and you're still upset about it, and you're still trying to work through it, and you're still trying to process it, and you still keep trying to. Sometimes when we have a breakup, we keep running it through our mind, thinking, okay, what was I missing? What went wrong? Almost like if you keep thinking about it, like somehow it's like watching a movie, right? And then you see what is going on, and every time you watch it, it's always the same way because it's a movie, but we think, well, maybe this time it will change, right? But it's not going to change. And then it's really only hurting yourself, that it's really only affecting you because you're holding on to this energy that is not going to be resolved. That if something has, or you feel this emptiness, it's like, okay, well, why do you feel this emptiness? And why do you feel that you need to hold on to these Three Cups here? Why are you having trouble letting this go? And I feel like that's what you need to ask yourself, and that's what you need to focus on. So what do you need to focus on is the Five of Cups, and that's exactly what I was saying. That's the same card, and it's saying, well, why are you focusing on the Three Spilled Cups? Why are you not focusing on the Two Cups here? And what do you need to focus on? Ace of Wands and Ace of Swords, right? It's a new way of thinking. and taking actions to let go of the 3 spill cups, and taking actions to focus on the 2 cups, to focus on your plus column, to focus on what you have going for you, to focus on the positive, to let go of this, because analyzing it and processing it and having it spinning in your head and trying to look at it from different directions, that it's not helping anything. It's only hurting you. It's not hurting that person or that situation that has failed, that has put you in this energy. That situation is not being affected by this. You are being affected by this, and you are only hurting yourself by focusing on the 3 spill cups. Yes, you have to have time to process things. You have to have time to grieve over things. You know, if you're feeling bad or you're having a down day, that's okay, or a little spell, like that's okay. But you also have to be strong enough to pull yourself out of it, right? To focus on these 2 aces, which I love this. So aces are new beginnings and new starts. It's like new actions, new way of thinking, right? How do we move past this? And the environment is the Queen of Swords, and she's someone who figures out ways to make things happen. And this beautiful peacock displaying its feathers, and you shining, you rising above this situation, you being strong, you letting that go, you seeing that, hey, this is dragging me down and I'm not going to let this bother me anymore. I'm going to work through it. I'm going to acknowledge it. I'm going to process it, and I'm going to let it go. Like, I can't change it. It is what it is. I have to focus on this new energy here. What you're leaving behind, which I love, that is this 10 of Swords. You're letting go of that, right? That you're moving forward, that you're not letting all of these swords drag you down. You're not letting this negative energy of this 3 of Cups hold you back anymore. You're like, you know what? I'm done. I'm over it. Finished, right? I'm focusing on me. I'm focusing on what is important for me. Your strengths, we have the Emperor, we have the 8 of Swords, and we have the 4 of Wands. I feel like you have an ability to overthink things, which holds you back, which is that 8 of Swords, right? That you're like, sometimes you just overthink things, you overprocess things, you're trying to find all of these different ways of thinking and analyzing, because, you know, that's the Swords energy, is that analyzation, and it's that thinking process. But I feel like sometimes that can hold you back, but I also feel that you're very powerful and you're very strong, and that you can pull yourself out of that. And it's focusing on those partnerships that are important to you. The near future, we have the Moon, we have Pisces, we have Page of Cups. I like that. New emotions, new feelings. I feel like it's sort of taking a rest to process what's going on, and I feel like you should do those things that make you happy. Like, what are those things that help you to recharge? Focusing on you, getting your mind off this situation. Like for me, I love to go to the barn and hang out with my horse, and that gives me clarity. That gives me that strength. That helps to recharge me. So what are those things that you like to do that help you to recharge, that gives you that clarity for you to be able to see things? And I feel like that's what's coming in for you. And I feel like it gives you that clarity. We have the Advice, we have the Death card. Let go of what's holding you back and embrace the transformation and change. Maybe this, you know, whatever this energy is, that wasn't good enough for you, right? That wasn't a situation that was for your best interest. And it's, how do you turn that around, and how do you make this situation a positive? And say, well, that wasn't meant to be, that wasn't good enough for me, that wasn't, that was maybe just a part-time thing. I learned what I could learn from that situation, and now it's time to move on. And I'm not going to let it hold me back anymore, that I'm ready to change. I'm ready to go on to a new level, and that new level is not bringing these 3 spilt cups along with me. Page of Pentacles and the Hierophant, having that faith and belief in yourself, that you are strong, that you are powerful, that you deserve the best and you deserve better, that this situation was not good enough for you, and that you're happy that ended. You're happy that you moved on from that. You're happy that you're not dealing with that, because that was not something that was truly making you happy, maybe. And that was something that was not good enough for you. It's like, how do you turn that around so that it works for you, not against you? The environment, look at this. The 10 of Cups. What is your 10 of Cups? Abundance. What does that represent to you? Shining like the peacock, making things happen. Yes, you're worried about things. Don't worry about those things that you can't control. I feel like there's a lot of thinking going on here, especially if the environment contains the Nine of Swords. There's a lot of worry. There's a lot of overthinking. There's a lot of stress, but you have to say, why am I always having that run through my head? Why am I focusing on that? Why am I letting that get to me? What purpose is that serving me? Why am I worrying about things that I can't control? Let me focus on things that I can control. I can make my 10 of Cups come true. I can work towards those goals. I can strengthen myself. I can become stronger, and I will rise above this situation. I can change my thinking, right? You can change. What are you focusing on? If you see that you're focusing on the negative, then you need to turn that around. If you're feeling that you're holding yourself back, examine that and then figure out how can you move forward. Not letting this situation hold you back. Go for that Ace of Cups, right? That 10 of Cups, that Ace of Cups, that emotional fulfillment. What does that represent to you, and how do you achieve that? How do you make those things happen? Getting rid of what doesn't work for you and embracing what does. Look at that. We have hopes and fears, Ace of Cups, new relationships, new feelings, having your cup overflow, feeling strong, feeling confident, and moving on from the situation. Not doubting yourself that you're going to move forward. Potential outcome is coming out of the shadows, not letting what other people have to say bother you or affect you, and taking that time to yourself to process that what went on and start working on yourself. Start building up yourself. Start building up your strength, right? Don't leave that to anyone else to fill that void that you're having because of this situation, because of this 5 of Cups. You do it. You're strong. You're powerful. You love yourself. You love yourself enough to see that you are struggling and that you are having a hard time, and that you love yourself enough to remove yourself from the situation or those thoughts and to have yourself shine and glow, to be that amazing person that you are, and to be that powerful, amazing person that you are, because you love yourself enough and you want the best for yourself. All right, we're going to grab a Star Dragons card for Gemini for this reading. For Gemini for this reading. All right, we have wisdom, asking questions. Again, asking questions. I love that, because, and that helps, with all of this, with this analyzing and asking questions, but not over asking questions, not trying to, like, over here, I feel like it was too much. But asking that questions, like the questions like, okay, why am I keeping myself in this energy, and how do I remove myself from this energy? How do I start focusing on my 10 of Cups? How do I start focusing on my 2 Ace of Cups here? Right? How do I do that? What are those things? What are those questions that I need to ask? That how do I, asking those questions, what does Ace of Wands represent to me? What does Ace of Swords represent to me, and how do I achieve those? Asking those questions with the Death cards as, what is it that I'm holding on to that I need to let go of, and what is it that I need to focus on? What is it that I need to move towards? What is it that I need to move away from? All right, we have the Spirit Animal Oracle for Gemini for this reading. What Spirit Animal Oracle do we have for Gemini for this reading? Rhino Spirit, overcome any obstacle. That's perfect. The obstacle that you have is these 2 5 of Cups, right? That's the obstacle. Question, how do I get past that? How do I move on from that? How do I let go of that, right? How do I get myself into this Emperor energy again? How do I get into this Queen of Swords energy where I am like that peacock and I am feeling proud and strong and like myself again? All right. Thank you so much for watching. As always, stay positive, stay safe, and I will see you next time.